Got it. Hold on tight.
Yep.
And if we say beep beep, that means faster.
And if I go over and she says don't get him, listen to her. Just leave me.
I'm not search and rescue service.
All right.
All you gotta do is just stand up, so it's pretty shallow.
Good to know. Just stand up. Got it.
Way back to the bank. Yeah, life jackets aren't needed for anyone over 13 and over. We're gonna have some fun. It'll be about an hour and 10 minutes. About an hour tour, hour and 10 minutes in the park, I believe. And then I'll take you guys back and we'll just play on the way
What's
back.
your name?
I'm Mark.
Mark?
All right, Mark.
Thanks, Mark.
Awesome.
Any first timers?
First time.
Awesome. All right.
Hills. Before and after bags.
Don't go.
I need to. I'm fine now. Do you want to get on the inside? Really?
Well, not on a boat. Not on a tour boat, but a jet boat. I've been on a jet boat before. They're a blast. There's no propeller. There's a jet and there's a boat. It's about that far below the wall. So we'll be in like 2 feet of water or less than that. And we'll be going like 40 miles an hour. You'll see rocks up because there's no propeller.
Okay.
Right. People know about that. I mean, we can go into the water.
All right, so we're gonna start our tour right here, right upstream Little Butte Creek. It's a historically significant site. That's where the Lupton massacre happened. Ex-military man named Lupton left Jacksonville and broke the treaty by crossing the river with the militia and attacking the natives across the river here. And then kind of a bleak way to start the tour, but you'll see as we go, all this whole stretch of river is very historically significant. We're going to call it a chronological order. All right, now we're going to have a little fun and we'll talk a little bit about buckle down or turn around backwards. You get moving pretty fast. I can't always catch him back down to play. We'll go.
Okay.
Took one of the 6th grade.
Awesome.
Halfway up the stop with the line.
Oh, right. Oh, that's
The brakes work. That's good to know.
guys
I
see
scream, you scream, we all scream.
Sorry, I know.
Hell yeah. That's why you can do that with 20 people on a boat. That's awesome. This is cool. I want one. Do they? Never gonna get old.
I still think it's cheating. Go beep beep first. Be better if it's a surprise.
Are you getting paid to do this? Man, this is great.
So draft is about between 2 and 3 feet, but when we're up on plane, we can go up to 2 inches of water.
Oh my God.
Let's do it.
I teach first grade all year, and then I get to come play on the boat.
The best field trip you could go on right there.
Swimming lessons.
The last group was 5th graders from Jacksonville out here. So, where are we all from? Everybody local?
Washington. Hawaii. Oh, Hawaii.
Yeah, Hawaii up here.
Hawaii.
On the Hawaii?
Big Island. Yeah, I'm Hawaii. Shout out.
You just say
Throw
go
it.
duck.
Throw her out. Throw her out.
Nobody's going swimming.
I'll second that.
All right, you know that.
You look over here.
Oh.
I thought it was for
Do not enter. It's a sister rattlesnake.
For championship.
Oh wow.
Remember when you picked me up or dropped me off from my
I remember.
Go up there.
No, the guy just made the sign to keep people away, but it works well.
What, you say you'll get shot?
It says rattlesnake
Oh.
nesting area, do not enter.
That's great.
Yeah. And then we're going to turn around and take a look at Lower Table Rock here.
Table Rock.
So Table Rock is an awesome hike. It's about 7 miles round trip from Lower Table Rock. There's vernal pools up top, which is fancy word for a mud puddle. There's some really interesting stuff there, about 200 varieties of wildflowers, and there's a wildflower that only grows up there, nowhere else in the world.
Oh, wow.
Dwarf woolly meadow foam is what it's called. It's like a little white dandelion almost, but really tiny. There's also a rare species of fairy shrimp that pools up there.
Really?
Yeah, you get about 3,000 to 5,000 in a tablespoon. Really
How big is the surface area up there?
you know, I should know. It's big enough for an airstrip because
no kidding.
World War II, they put an airstrip in there to be up above the fog line.
Oh, wow.
We get a lot of fog in the winter, and I've been on flights where you're coming back into Medford and they have to circle around and sometimes give up and go back. So having that World War II airstrip was really important. And then the terrain is so varied. They did a lot of training, going up and down, and there's caves up there to train in. And it's made of andesite, which andesite is not good for rock climbing. It's brittle, you don't want to stand near the edge, but where you find andesite, you find gold. And so they pulled a lot of gold out between here and Gold Hill. There was a 36-ton gold dredge downstream Gold Hill. They powered with a wooden dam.
The old dredge is still around?
No, the old dredge is gone. There's pieces of it though.
Is there?
outside of that, there's a new bridge that just went in, and they pulled out a lot of rebar and there was an old car down in there, so I went and put more working on it. Stuff around and looked at it.
Very cool.
Yeah. And we'll be seeing some caves too. The natives use table rocks, salmon rock was lower right on the river as their main fishing area. And they use the caves to store fishing equipment, hunting equipment. And that area was just recently repurchased by the Sleds native tribe. And so it was returned, and we're finding, you can go around on gravel bars that have been washed up after this last year winter flood and find volcanic artifacts.
Wow.
It's amazing area.
You said the Sleds tribe?
Yeah, the main tribes in this stretch of the river were the Sleds, Shasta, and Tillamook. Tillamook was the tribe that became known as the Rogue tribe because of French Canadians came, and in their journals they wrote the natives were quite the wild lot. They came to be a Rogue, and the valley took on the name, and the river took on the name.
Very cool.
And that became important during the California Any questions so far?
No.
All right.
This is great.
Yeah.
You seriously get paid to do this. Man, this is awesome.
For free. It's pretty fun.
This is cool.
Stacey, it looks like you guys are
I need a
moving.
favor.
This is awesome.
Getting about.
How long you been doing this, Mark?
This is my third season. My first season here, though, I did the Hellgate tours.
Oh, okay.
For 2 seasons, and then before that, I was up in Washington on the New Sound sailboat charters.
Okay.
Yeah.
So where do you teach? Here locally?
Yeah, I teach at a charter school in Berkeley, which is about 40 minutes away from here.
Okay.
And first grade music. And
Very cool.
stuff there.
That's a great job, too.
Wonder why you got such a big smile on your face. Figured it out, man.
Life is good.
Yep.
All right, I know it's hot, so I'm going to get you guys cooled off a little bit here.
If you have to.
If you have
All
to,
right.
sure.
This is cool.
Yeah, there was a lot of centrifugal force there. See, if you remembered to fasten your seatbelt, like I told you, we wouldn't have this problem.
This area is pretty technical because we have about 2 inches of water ahead of us, about a foot behind us, so we stop here, and I'm almost done. Going around the corner there. We gotta speed up and slow down.
catching anything?
Any luck? One.
It's too far north.
What mountain is that, Mark?
What's that?
McLaughlin?
That is Mount McLaughlin.
Ooh, I was ready.
Yeah, it used to be known as Mount Pitt. Had a big pit on the other side if you were over on the Klamath Valley side. And right now is a really cool time to see it too. You might see a shape of it. He looks a little bit like an eagle on the left side up there. And the natives in this area used to look at the mountain, and when they started seeing the eagle form from the snow melt, they knew that meant the spring salmon were coming.
Oh,
The
cool.
river fishing here and start fishing for springers. And then below the eagle, it looks still a little early, but you can see a little bit of what they said looked like branches. And when
Like the V thing?
yeah,
Okay.
when the branches started showing, that meant that the pass to Klamath was clear, where they could go over the mountains and do their trading. And we still use it today. All the fishing guides use Mount McLaughlin, and they look at the snow melt, and that's how they know to gear up for the season.
Very cool.
It's about wrong mountain. It's about 9,500 feet. And I have yet to hike it, but if you ever get a chance, you don't need equipment. Just go. The snow is melted about July, August. It's hot, but it's a day hike, long day hike up to the top. Yeah. I've heard it's amazing. I've climbed Mount Rainier and Mount Hood. I grew up here.
Right.
You got time. You got time.
All right. I'm gonna radio down to the park and let them know we're passing a tight quarter, but we'll get to see right where our park used to be aggregate mine, and a 97 flood, the river came force and flooded the mine, and now that's the channel we use.
Oh, wow.
I'll show you where the original channel of the rope was. It used to go right up to Lower Table Rock. Now it takes us out a little bit south of Table Rock. Still beautiful. This creek coming out right in front of, or right off the harbor, right is Tiger Creek. Just hang out and watch flies here and people there.
Right there.
Oh, I see.
Just off of that big grass plot, just down there's a little tiny trout that are getting flies right there. These little guys.
Just about every time I'm here, I see little fish jumping in it too. There's a lot of young salmon that like to hang out in Snyder Creek.
It's the party spot.
I'm not sure about this. I don't know.
Yeah.
I saw what you guys fly.
Probably rainbow.
Trout.
Is
Well, there's
rainbow?
still yeah. There's rainbow, and then in the row we've got lots of salmon. Still, Oregon removed all of our dams that weren't necessary for flood control, so the salmon are gonna come back. And then if you guys run into Riley at the park when you're there, he's a fishing guide for the rest of the year and he knows everything. But I know right now we've got an invasive fish called a squaw, and anytime we catch those, it's not supposed to go back in the river because they're eating a lot of the native fish food.
You said Riley?
Yeah,
All right.
you'll probably see him. He'll have his name tag on. I ask him questions all the time.
Cool.
And then my daughter knows more than I do about fishing. She's probably in the park fishing right now, actually. She caught a big bass yesterday.
Hey, let's go.
Nice.
How old is she?
She's 11.
Okay.
All right, we're gonna flip around again here. And then if you follow on the right side of the river, follow these tall cottonwood trees all the way to where the last one is there. There's some dark green grass growing along the river, and you can see a river. Looks like it wants to make a turn there. That was the old original route of the river.
Oh, wow.
And then the gravel bar washed out. And like I said, flooded the aggregate mine and changed course.
Huh. When did that happen?
97. I grew up on this river and I remember seeing a house float past our backyard. And,
wow.
This is not getting good.
Great spot to grow up.
There was a golf course too out by where my grandparents lived, and the river rerouted itself right through the middle of the golf course.
Wow. Oh my God.
They decided to make the most of it, make some ponds.
That's cool.
Pretty beautiful. And be looking in these cottonwoods for osprey. Occasionally we'll see bald eagles. It's always a nice treat to see the eagles. The osprey and the eagles don't get along very well. I used to live on a boat on the Columbia and I'd watch the ospreys bully the eagles. And here it's the other way around for whatever reason.